Have you ever caught yourself thinking, this good moment can't last long? Have you felt your stomach tighten before anything has even happened, already playing out how it might fall apart? And have you ever wondered why, even when life feels calm and things are going well, a quiet voice inside still whispers that disappointment is waiting just around the corner? If these questions touch something deep inside you, please know you are far from alone. So many of us live with this quiet habit of always expecting the worst. It feels like carrying an inner alarm system that never completely switches off. Even during peaceful days, a part of you stays alert, constantly scanning the horizon for possible trouble. This way of thinking isn't about being negative or overly dramatic. For most of us, it started as a genuine survival response. When life has brought pain, sudden changes, rejection, or loss, the mind learns to prepare early. It tries to protect your heart by expecting disappointment before it arrives. In its own caring but limited way, expecting the worst can feel safer than opening up to hope and then getting hurt. Yet slowly, this habit begins to take a heavy toll. It quietly steals your ability to rest in the present moment. You might smile and go through your day, but inside you're bracing. You achieve something meaningful, yet the joy feels incomplete because another part of you is already waiting for it to slip away. The constant low-level tension makes it hard to fully relax or celebrate the good without a shadow hovering nearby. Today, let's explore this pattern together with gentleness and understanding. We won't judge it or try to force it away. Instead, we'll look at it with compassion. Because when you truly understand why your mind developed this habit, you can begin to loosen its hold with kindness rather than criticism. You deserve moments of real peace, moments where you can breathe deeply and feel safe in the present, even if only for a little while at first. So what does always expecting the worst actually look and feel like in everyday life? One of the clearest signs is automatically assuming negative outcomes. Before a conversation, a work project, a date, or even a doctor's appointment, your thoughts naturally drift toward what could go wrong. What if they reject me? What if I mess this up? Even when the situation looks promising, your mind leans toward the darker possibility without you consciously choosing it. Another common pattern is overthinking every possible problem. Your brain becomes a skilled detective searching for hidden dangers. A delayed reply turns into, they must be upset with me. A small disagreement becomes the beginning of the end. These what-if spirals feel almost automatic, as though your mind is desperately trying to solve problems before they even exist. You might also notice a deep difficulty in relaxing, even when nothing is obviously wrong. There's a constant low hum of tension in your body. Tight shoulders, shallow breathing, or a restless feeling that makes true rest feel unsafe. In quiet moments, the thought arises, I should stay alert, something bad is probably coming. And then there's the habit of preparing for disappointment. You downplay your excitement about good news. You avoid getting too hopeful. You tell yourself, better to expect the worst just in case. So you hold joy at arm's length, keeping expectations low. When things don't turn out perfectly, a strange mix of relief and emptiness appears, because at least you saw it coming and weren't caught off guard. These patterns are not signs that something is wrong with you. They're echoes of a mind that learned, often early in life, that staying vigilant was the safest way to protect itself. You are not flawed or broken for thinking this way. You are simply human, and your mind has been working hard for a very long time to keep you safe. Why does this pattern of expecting the worst become so deeply rooted in some of us? Often it grows from painful or unpredictable past experiences. If you faced criticism, sudden loss, emotional ups and downs, or situations where safety felt unreliable, your younger self had to find a way to cope. Expecting the worst became a quiet shield. By imagining the pain in advance, you hoped it would hurt a little less if it actually arrived. It was never about wanting to be negative. It was about wanting to survive emotionally. For many people, this habit connects to childhood environments that felt uncertain or inconsistent. Maybe affection and calm could shift into tension without warning. Maybe love felt conditional or unpredictable. When the world around you didn't feel steady, your mind adapted by learning to stay on guard.
It developed a fear response that stayed active long after the original threats had passed. That old survival strategy still whispers today. Don't get too comfortable. Don't let your guard down completely. At its core, always expecting the worst is a form of emotional self-protection. It's your psyche trying to say, if I prepare for the fall, maybe I won't shatter when it happens. There is a certain wisdom in that instinct, even though it now limits your peace and joy. You didn't choose this pattern out of weakness. You developed it out of care for yourself when you needed protection the most. Understanding this truth can bring a deep sense of compassion. You are not overly sensitive or dramatic. You are someone whose mind adapted to protect a tender heart that had to endure more uncertainty than it should have. And that same heart still deserves gentleness, patience, and care today. The pattern you carry is not a flaw. It is a survival story written with love.
The hopeful truth is that expecting the worst is a learned habit, not a permanent part of who you are. And because it was learned through experience, it can also be gently unlearned with time, patience, and self-understanding. Healing starts with soft, non-judgmental awareness. Instead of fighting against those anxious thoughts or calling yourself negative, you can begin to notice them with kindness. There's that old protector again, trying to keep me safe. When you meet the pattern with understanding rather than shame, something inside you naturally begins to soften. You don't need to become a complete optimist overnight. Small, gentle mindset shifts are often enough. In moments when worry rises, you might quietly remind yourself, it's okay to hope a little. It's okay to let myself enjoy this moment without waiting for it to end. Or you can softly ask, what if things go right this time? These aren't forced positive affirmations. They are gentle invitations that give your mind new possibilities to consider. Each time you catch yourself bracing for the worst and choose to take one slow breath instead, you are teaching your nervous system that it is allowed to lower the alarm, even just a little. Over time, these small moments of safety add up and create space for more peace and presence in your daily life. You have carried this weight for long enough. You deserve to experience more lightness, more genuine joy in ordinary moments, and more trust that good things can last, at least sometimes. Take a slow, deep breath with me right now. Feel your body here in this moment. You are safe in the present. Whatever your past taught you, your future can hold more calm and quiet hope than you currently believe. If this video helped you feel seen and understand yourself a little better, consider subscribing for more warm, reflective psychology videos that explore the gentler side of the human mind. And as you go about your day, ask yourself gently, what would it feel like to expect just a little bit of goodness today? You truly deserve to find out.